Hi, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coaching, and I'm here today to do a reading on Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. So today is the colors of the troops of colors, whatever, for the Queen's birthday. So this is Meghan's first time she's been out in public since she's announced the baby and showed Archie back in May. And so now she's out in the parade with her husband and her family, her new family. And to me, there's something going on there, and I'm going to do a reading for it. So let's get ready. So we're going to do, first I'm going to use the Kipper cards, because I want a deep reading into her and Harry, what's going on with their relationship. What is going on with Harry and Meghan's relationship? Now, today is the first time I've seen her. If she didn't have a baby, which people say she didn't, she had a surrogate, it doesn't matter to me. But if she did have a baby, that she's still heavy, and she didn't look very happy to me. And it could be because she's very self-confident, aware that she's not back to where she wants to be physically, or there could be some serious issues going on in the relationship, and or both. So I just want to read quickly on Meghan and Harry. What is going on in that relationship? And I want people to know I have no ill feelings towards her. I'm just doing a reading. People want to know. Some people care about it. Some people just nosy. And some people, it's just something to do. But I was, because it's their relationship and we're not in it. But they just want to know that from the outside looking in what's going on. Perfectly well, because a lot of people really care a lot about Harry and William. Because of what happened to their mother, and they were always going to have a soft spot for them, and so whoever they married, they just take an interest in and see what's going on. So I'm going to start with the middle card. Oh, second card dropped out. All right, we're going to do 9 cards for the Kipper reading. These fell out, so that goes there. This goes here. Kipper, these cards are German cards, so you'll see my handwritten English conversion on it, because I can't read German. I had to look them all up to see what they meant. And these are older cards I've had a lot of old cards. I got a lot of new cards too, but these work very well for what I'm reading. So this is for Harry and Prince and Miss Meghan Markle. And I want my cards to fall out. I need 5 more cards. It shouldn't take long. Ooh. Just popping out. I'm sure you all saw it on YouTube today already, or the news, that she's out and about. And so we're just gonna see what's going on as soon as the cards start falling out of my hand. It doesn't matter if the right cards fall out when they need to. So I'm just going to be patient. Okay. Just one more card out. That's good. I need one more card. Harry and Meghan. So I've got 9 cards, and I'll let you see what those cards are. Here they are. Move them over for you. They're going to be upside down for you, but the right side up for me. Here they are. Okay. Okay. I always start with the center card. Make sure you get the rest of them. The middle card is small child. What's in this concern of this environment for Harry and Meghan is the small child. Well, we do have a small child that would represent probably more likely Archie. Okay. All right. So then I read for the bottom. There's something going on with the family home. Right now it's feeling like, let me let you see the pictures. This is the home. Right now it's feeling like prison for the young girl. The rich girl, which is Meghan. That would be the Duchess of Sussex. So home right now is feeling like, for her, is feeling like prison. Second line, there's lawyers involved. There's military or lawyers involved, right? It's rigid. There's structure, and this could mean something that's rigid, not necessarily the military. It could be the British royal family. There's a lot of structure going on there, surrounding a small child, the birth of the new baby, and people are very emotional right now. So could mean that the rigidness of the royal family and the rules that they have is impacting. Maybe Meghan is acting like a young child, or it could be just surrounding a young child. There's a lot of emotions around this situation, the rigidness, the structure around the child. Okay, and in the top row is the rich man, which could be Harry. Wants to take a trip, a journey, which he's been doing lately, hasn't he? And there's a lot of adversity going on right now. That does look like Harry with the red hair. Okay, so let's read this a different way. The rich man is dealing with a small child and the rich girl, or his wife. So it's the husband and wife, child. There's a child involved, of course. There's adversity around the child in the home. So maybe there's a lot of issues going on with the birth of the baby, how they're dealing with the baby, how they want to raise the baby. The baby's not even been out in public since that one announcement, photo shoot they did with the child. Let's see here. So someone wants to take a trip with a child because they feel like they're in prison. See this. This is a trip. And you know, today was the first day they were out in the carriage together for the trooping of the colors. But there's stories about them going to Africa. There's stories about her wanting to go to America with her baby because she doesn't like the life she's living right now. She wants to get away and breathe. So that's a possibility of what's happening right here. She wants to take the baby because she feels like she's in prison. House, home feels like prison. He's upset that she wants to leave and go somewhere else, even for a small break. There's too much structure around the child, and it's making her very emotional. Like she has no control over the baby. She has no control over this, the baby, the royal family, the structure. Princess Diana call them the gray men. They are in charge of this baby, and what goes on with this baby, the management of this baby, the raising of this baby, because he's in line to the throne. So a lot of the troubles right now is regarding the birth of the baby and the raising of the baby, and her feeling like she's trapped. So we're going to get some more clarification on this card. So we're going to do the Archer type cards. This side is Harry, this side is Meghan. And I'm just going to throw one card out for each about, in this situation where they are now in their marriage, what personality are they portraying? So we already got one. This is Harry. I just popped out, people. And then on the right, oh, it's a mess. On the right side is Meghan. Hold on, honey. They're different sizes. So, hold on, let me just take my time. This is Meghan. Her personality is showing up in this relationship right now. I just need one card to show Meghan, please. Meghan. Show me Meghan. Just one card, please. One card. Show me Meghan. Next card falls is her. Ooh, look at that. Interesting, people. The card for Harry came out strong man. Ooh, wrestling straight snakes. And hers is queen. So what we have here, let me move these over just a little bit so you can see. There's a lot of things going on with this relationship. And Harry feels like he's been not betrayed, but lied to. A lot of snakes around him right now. He has to show that he's a strong man. He's a man in charge. People are saying he's a pansy, that he's not in control of the relationship. And he has to show that he's stronger than that. And that may be separating himself from her. He wants to make the decisions in his life with his child. He understands the baby and because how he was raised. But Meghan wanting to leave, he's trying to be in charge. He's feeling like, I'm the man of this family, the head of this family, and you knew what you were getting into when you got married. So he's being very rigid, along with the royal family, around the requirements of this child and what's going to happen to this child. He's stepping up to say, I'm going to do this the right way. This is the way we do things. This is what you signed up for. She, of course, is feeling like, oh, this is prison. Okay. She's the queen. However, she's the queen. She wants to be queen. She wants to be in charge. So she wants, little rich girl, wants to leave and take her baby with her. Because she's had it. I'm done with this. You treat me like I'm a child. You treat me like I'm not an adult, and I have no say-so over this. You didn't tell me this was going to happen. I'm in control of my life. I got here on my own. Now you're trying to control everything about me, and I'm not happy. So this is the rich little girl, the queen. As a Leo, she's always in charge. She's never had anybody really tell her what she had to do. She did what she wanted to do, how she wanted to do it to get where she got. Now they're trying to control her life, her baby, everything. And her husband's okay with that. Because he knows he needs to get in line as well. Because the queen is not happy with him. And how things have been happening and the stories about them coming out. So the queen's, then her people take over and control the situation. So he's trying to take control of his relationship with her, his family. And he's putting his foot down. He's stressed the heck out though. Because he feels like if everything goes away, if she gets her way that she wants things to go, he's going to look like the weak man. He's going to look like a wuss, a punk. And he knows what his role is, and he needs to stand up and do the right thing for the family. If that means her leaving, okay. I'm upset. I'm stressed out about it. I'm going to try not to make that happen, but right, I have to do what I was raised to do. Okay. So, how do they resolve this issue? I'm going to use the answer cards for that. Let's come back up. Hi. We're going to use the answer cards for that. So let's see. What do they need to do to fix this in their relationship? They have a lot of adversity going on. There's a lot of conflict going on right now. Inside, not just from people on the outside. So my question is, how do they resolve it? What is going to be the outcome of this conflict between her wanting to be in charge and Harry wanting to be in charge? So let's read. Ooh, Lord, they're starting to fall out. But I need 5 cards that's going to give me a storyline on this. You tell me the outcome. Okay, Harry, Meghan. 5 cards. I need some apples here. What's going to happen? So I need 5 for one more card for this reading here. Right. All right. 5 cards came out. We have them. The first card is Woman of the World. Remember, she's the queen. She got into this marriage thinking she was going to be the woman of the world. She was going to be an ambassador for the world. It kind of looks like her, doesn't it? Even though it's black, all these cards are black and white. She wanted to be the woman of the world. This is what she wants. She wants to travel. She wants to get out there, and she wants to be an advocate and maybe an ambassador for certain things. That's part of the struggle. He, on the other hand, wants. He's standing back and he's looking at her and he's making a decision about what he wants. Glasses on. He's smoking. He's half in and half out the door. And this is called the brown-haired man. And he is redhead, not brown hair. So he's looking at her. He's making decisions. He's making a determination. He's not happy, but he's trying to determine what he should do. He's in a pickle, isn't he? And he's trying to figure out. She wants this whole different lifestyle. Yes, I'm an ambassador. Yes, I'm with Prince, and this is a lifestyle I do too. However, I don't want that to be her main thing, and this is what she wants, and that's taking her away from me. This also can represent that. Remember that they got married really quick, and maybe the background on her was not done properly or vetted properly, and now they have someone watching her. We do know that the Queen has assigned her personal assistant to work with Meghan to get her in tow, to toe the line, understand the etiquette of being a royal. But so they could be either investigators looking at her past. They have the person that's overlooking her now, the personal assistant of the Queen, former personal assistant of the Queen, or this can be Harry, who's monitoring and looking at what's going on with her, and he's not happy. Okay, third card is a note. There's a letter. It's called surprise. There's a surprise letter. Someone's slipping something. Like again, let's go back. If this is an investigator or the person who's overlooking her, someone's giving him information about Meghan, or Harry's finding out information about Meghan. Someone's slipping him information, and it's very valuable, true information. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Now, information, oh my goodness, is going to be a surprise. Oh my goodness, it's going to be frustrating. Because remember, in this card here, there was adversary. This guy looks upset and worried too, right? As does this card. There's a lot of stress going on. This information is overwhelming to Harry. What's coming in, the information that's coming in there's stories that she can't refute and he didn't know about, and now he's found himself in this situation where she's unhappy because she feels like she's in prison, but he's unhappy because there's information coming out. There's things she wants to do. She's giving off this different vibe of what she wants, and evidently the information he's getting is true. And I'm going to tell you something about Britain. I don't live in Britain, but what I heard is that a lot of the stories in Britain, if they print them, they at least have to be based in truth. Even if they're not 100%, they could be embellished. I'm thirsty, sorry. They could be embellished. So it seems like, unlike here in America, you can print almost anything, and I don't know the percentage of truth has to be, and they can be sued just like over there. But let's take for example, a lot of things about Princess Diana that came out early on in her marriage. They was like, she didn't want to get married. When she was pregnant, she threw herself down the stairs. Charles was having an affair early on in the relationship. She was bulimic, and right before she died, maybe a year or two before she died, she did an interview and she sat down and she said a lot of that stuff was true. So I tend to believe a lot of the news in Britain, not everything. I believe that there's some basis of truth in it if it's coming from Britain. Maybe it's embellished. Maybe there's some smoke around it, but there's a lot of truth. There's some truth in it. And the stories about her, there's got to be some truth in it, because this guy is worried the heck out. Okay? He is worried. Okay? And the last card, the 5 cards, was home. So I said, what do they have to do to fix this thing? Well, they have to figure out what is home, where is home, where are they going to call home? Is it going to be taking a journey somewhere else, maybe back to America, to Africa, or somewhere else? How they need to fix their home life. There's a lot of conflict in the home. Again, here, even in this card, home. Remember I said home feels like prison to this girl, to Meghan Markle. It's not truly home. This is not where she really wants to be. This is not what she signed up for. She doesn't think so. She heard stories about being a royal. She understands, but not until you're in the thick of this thing, that you're married and you're solidly in that family, do you understand what being a royal really means. And it's not all fun and games. She thought she's going to be a little queen of her life. She was going to live in the fantasy life, the socialite life, and now it's not anything what she thought it was going to be. So they have to work on home. They have to figure out who they are as a couple, what they really want to do, get on board, because they got married out of lust, I believe. Out of lust, she wanted to be the princess when she got the chance. I mean, who wouldn't? And then he wanted this beautiful woman who kind of looks like Kate to me, I'm sorry, but like his brother had. And so she's beautiful, she's voluptuous, she's exotic, right? And looks like his sister-in-law. He thought he had the perfect woman, but they didn't really work out who they really were together. It's just a couple, and they weren't. Maybe they talked about a couple of things about what they want to do in life. They just didn't truly work it out, and a lot of things I think she did not tell him, and now he's finding out. piece by piece, there's investigators on her and her family. And Harry's is sucking this in. The Queen, and everybody's waiting to see what the end result's going to be. But they're going to try to work with her. But in this they don't want him to fail. But right now, there's a lot going on. And if you watched the video today, I did watch a little bit. I saw the pictures of her in the carriage, but I watched one other short clip of her and Harry when they were on the today, when they were on the balcony. And I think they showed, Prince William, his baby, his children, and his wife, and they were all smiling and everything. And then they panned over to Harry and Meghan. And I'm like, the only reason I was looking for the couple of seconds I was looking is because she's still puffy and she's trying to hide her belly. Okay. And I think she was smiling, and then she turned around to him, and he told her to turn back around, and so she did. And I think she turned around and asked him another question, and he said again, watch what they're doing, or what, look ahead, or something like that. And she turned back around, and you could see she was not happy. She was a little upset, and then it clipped to something else. I think the family walked off the balcony. So I made like a 10-second clip of that, and I'm like, oh my God, did he just tell her to turn around? Y'all need to watch it. I'm not lying. Make up your own minds about it. But it looked like that's what he said, because she turned back around the second. First time she looked around and talked to him, and he's like, turned to the balcony. And she turned back around. She looked kind of a little unsettled, but then she turned around and asked him another question. I think it's like, and he was like, look ahead, or something like that. And she just turned back around. She was like trying to get her composure or whatever, because she did not like what he just said to her. Watch it. Something going on. He's been so distant from her. He's standing back, and I think he's finally realizing he should have got more information on her. Not to say she shouldn't have married him. They shouldn't have got married. Just that there were some things in the closet that he's finding out about, and he's going to have to figure out if he's going to resolve it. He's going to deal with it and just suck it up, because that's who he married, for better or for worse. That's who he married, for better or for worse. That's why his brother, William, tried to tell him, do you know her? Well, this is the word, right? Do you know her? And you sure this is the one? Homeboy knew what he was talking about, because he had Kate wait 8 years to get married. It's a big job. But anyway, my thing is here not to criticize them, but definitely to, just to know what's going on and what's to wear, because everybody goes to marital problems. I mean, you get married, nothing's peaches and cream. Even people who married 80 years will tell you there was a point in time in their life when they had to work out differences. And the biggest thing between a couple when they get married is communication and communication and transparency. All right? And then anything else can be worked out if you love each other and you work together to fix it. I mean, having affairs behind each other's backs is not going to fix your relationship. You have to figure out what's missing. If you once loved this person, you felt something for this person, you were attracted to this person, then there's something there. And if it's something you really both want to keep, you can work on it and you can make it work. These two people, Meghan and Harry, have a lot of conflict. And it's going to take a lot of work. It's not going to be something they're just going to be able to do themselves. They're going to need a group of people to help them. They're going to need counselors. They're going to need the Queen support. They're going to need their personal assistant support, and they're going to need to put in work. It's just, that's what's coming out of these cards. And people can't get mad at me for saying what is obvious. It's obvious for any marriage, but when you're in the limelight and you got all these differences, cultural differences, status differences, she's been married before, he's not been married before. You got the whole world looking at you, comment on everything you say and do. And if you're a person who likes the limelight, like I think she really does, and I'm not saying he doesn't either. I think he does it in his mind. He knows he's doing it for good. I think they're coming from different standpoints. I think he's coming from, I want to use this platform at this point in his life to help other people, to help other countries and causes and stuff like that. I think what she wants and what's coming out is that she wants it just for status and to step on, she thought it was just going to be a fairy tale wedding, and she was just going to be the queen of life and not have to do a lot of work and just show up and be cute. And what's coming up is that that's not true, and there's a lot of conflict around that, and with lies and not telling half-truths about where you come from and who you are just adds to the issue with her. So Like I said, she just wants to be the queen, or feel like the queen, and be an actress and a socialite. And that's a lot of the conflict. That's a lot, not all, but a lot of the conflict. Okay, so like I said before, sorry, I do like doing readings. If you want a reading with me, just contact me at Ascension Soul Coaching at gmail.com, or you can comment below. You can DM me and give me a message. If you want me to do a reading on something else that's happening in the news that everyone else can see, then just put a request down at the bottom, and if I think it's something that everybody would could benefit from, I will do a reading for you. Again, I love doing cards, because one thing I know is that the cards don't lie, and that tomorrow there'll be something else to talk about. So thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe. I need subscribers. I need to not only just talk about what's going on in the world, I also want to make connections with people, and I definitely want to help people in their lives and help them to improve it. I also do conflict resolutions. I do marital and relationship, a job, conflict resolutions, and coaching on those particular topics, and also help people with their careers and life purpose. So if you need my help, you know how to contact me. I will see you the next time. Thank you.